Hi everyone, welcome to Harsha Trainings. Today we are going to discuss data import objects, Power BI data connect and import connect, Power BI data types and settings, and finally Power BI products and usage. Okay, let's move on to the second session.
So this is a continuous on yesterday's session. So this is a day 2 of process. So today we are going to see a data import process, how it will do in a Power BI side. So Power BI software we have. So I have opened it yesterday. I have connected, what are the data I have an Excel file. I have connected and executed. So today we'll see the connecting of a database. Okay, so I have my own databases in my company. I'm going to connect into the Power BI side. So next, before that part, so what is the import process? So what is the data and what is the import? So every source of information, like can it say Excel or something is a database, whatever it is a table or whatever it is, it has a data information into a particular structured format, like a rows and columns in a proper order format. So these are all initially is available into a data storage level. So these are all things we are just connecting to a Power BI, then we are importing here to make up maintain for a storage and then main for a development oriented process. So before it be a some source, then after it make a copy into this source. So this after you can doesn't need to carry the file or any connection, you can remove it because of Power BI itself has to maintain a inbuilt out process to carry the data and everything into importing level. So the main objective here is completely a loading part. So how the loading part will go, regular any kind of data connection, the similar way it will go and connect into the Power BI level also. So how it will work? We'll see two kind of process. One is Excel, another one is a data process center. So firstly, I'm going to within an Excel process. If I select Excel, what are the data I have? I just connected. It will directly to the connecting. It will directly get the data and try to open and show the what are the data is available. Okay, the same orders data is trying to open. Once I selected a load option, it automatically load the data into the Power BI site without any other options. It directly loading here. Loading, creating a model, it will giving what are the information it's doing, everything is populated into a screen. So once it's done, it will display the data into a screen. Okay, so next, so the same one, I'm trying to take a new file. So in a new file, now I'm going to connect a database process. So I'm going to connect my SQL Server database. So giving my server name. So database name is optional, but I'm giving to my data is there into my reporting area. See, the connectivity modes are two types. One is import, second one is direct. So what is the import? What is the direct? So these are all inbuilt functionalities, such integrated with Power BI. So import process directly can work on a data process. So direct nothing but it will work with just temporary to connectivity and perform streaming kind of data information. So this is not need any storage process. This is required a storage process. So we prefer to today as a importing process. Select the import process, select OK. Once you select it, then it will display the database, what are the tables, what are the information is available. Okay, so it has orders and return some information. If I select the orders, then it will show the data into here as a preview selection. The preview is common for any data connection, any kind of source or whatever you connect. It's trying to load. Yes, so we can see the data into the display format. The options are common. So load, transform data, those are all options are common. that connectivity level, what are the options are given? It's given import or a direct options. So if I select a load option also, it will try to process the same. So here the bigger difference is if you're connecting database process and some other file process, only fewer other importing options will be added into the connection format, so that it can see into the data connectivity of database process. So this is the importing process has inbuilting of option into the Power BI. Next, what is the main understanding of main objective of data process? So data objective process here completely go with a business model process, and it's run with a two kind of process. One is OLTP, another one is OLAP. So what is the TP, what is the AP, which one is first, which one is second? So here the AP, like an online analytical process, it will be a second. Online transactional process is the first. So first a transactional oriented part could be complete, then it will go to analytical part to be maintained. So these two uh, interaction of objectives, the system is defined to load into the data process. So we'll go that process. Before we'll just write something. So Power BI has a inbuilt of technology in importing data importing model process. Here loading is similar process for any kind of data connections in Power BI. It will perform based on data infrastructure and software configurations. Okay. So what is the infrastructure oriented part? See, here we are working as some organization. The organization, employee capacity or their product capacity or their business capacity is different. Suppose if you're working with a Tata company, the Tata company has a bigger infrastructure and models. If you are working with suppose L&T, it has a bigger infrastructure set. Suppose if you're working in a small company like suppose Ajay Technology, some company, or Ajay system oriented company, so it's a very smaller scale company, maybe has 1,000 members or 1,500. But if you see a bigger company has a bigger infrastructures, so that is everything is depend of an infrastructure model and related what kind of software they are implementing. So I'll go with my own budget and use the software system. I can buy limited softwares for my limited access center. If the Tata and L&T like bigger companies, they'll buy huge licenses and huge configuration systems and huge system configurations and everything. So this is not a one process. Everything is worked with a other internal related or other related of some other software process and executions level. So that is the reason every company has its own budget and maintenance to the every year growth and maintenance to the BA maintenance to the development part. Next, so what kind of data process we can see? So data as process in two ways of system levels. Okay, what are those? The first one is OLTP. Second one is OLAP. So what this process will first go to a diagrammatical part, then will come to here. So as a naming wise, it's a very easy, like a transactional and analytical. So where is the transactional will work? Where is the analytical will work? We'll see. So we have data systems center. We can say this is comes under a data or a DBs, has a tables information, So these all will take care into the database server and maintained by admin. So this process is the initial process and it will start work with connectivity of levels. So from here to here we'll connect to the data reporting process to work with the data, and what are the out line of level we'll also request it to take it back. So always come and go process will work to a data level. So this is, we can say, mode of a reporting level. Reporting, data and import process. So this area we can say database team is a main process to give a control and work on into the report level process. Next, so here we can observe a OL AP process, and here we can observe a OL TP process. If the data level transactions are done, it will load into data into tables part and all. Then a data import level will try to do analytical process to give for a users and analyze for a reports and all. Next, it will be end here? No. So it's just a process. Once the process is done, the result should be come to a some other level. So the some other level nothing but is a pure analytical process. From here to here, it will go. And it will take it back again to the next. So here we can say, so Power BI is come to the place area development from the Power BI software like the desktop kind of. Next, so what is the benefit of, so here users, interactions and output, presentation. So user will be there and he will interact our reports and all. Then he will discuss with the clients and for other models. So what is this transaction? What is the after analytical process will run into process? So here we can say data modes of process. So Power BI has a data modes of import level process, right? That you can say data modes process. And what are the options we have? Here you can say import level or a direct level. So these two are available. First, data should be come to the transactional model built into database area. A database team to structure the data into analytical process. Then a Power BI system will connect to the respective data model process to the as importing or directing. So requirement is developing for a reports or dashboard to understand the user interactions and output for a presentation into bigger audience like a company CEO, CFO, like clients or top level clients. So those all can see how the performance is going into their work area or infrastructure or our products area. They can see and understand the values. So this is the overall picture here. Any questions here? Okay, so what is OLTP? So this is can called online transactional process. This is can called online analytical process. So single word answer is this is just for a business process level. This is maintained for a business storage process level. So this will be has a work with get the information in all time, never stop. Transactions will run in all time 24/7. Next, maintain and storage the data information in all time. So what are the information is doing in all time? Then it will pass to AP level, then it will maintain for a storage and perform it. So TP level everything is go and complete a blank, but it will maintain for a storage and backup for all the kind of information in all time. So concluding of this process here, Power BI can connect both data process to make reporting service and data analytics. Okay, this is the steps for that. Next, so Power BI data connect and import process concepts. So the concepts, if you see here, what are we improved? So data connections is a data import process, and it has a maintained, direct process to maintain into some level of information. So this mode of process will become to the Power BI section. So this left hand two things are go to the data process connectivity of data import level. Right hand process everything is controlled by Power BI section. So that is the reason if you go to Power BI systems level, you can see report level area has a information, and if you go to data area, dedicatedly data area showing what are the data it got maintained into the storage into the part. So this everything will maintain by Power BI, giving as a separate interfaces to understand the data. So what are the data I have? The same kind of structure format, it display coming to the here. The same way if you go to a database connectivity of file also same, nothing is different. So everything is common here. It will display the data into all kind of respective formats. So coming to the data connections and import concepts. So here we can observe Power BI connectivity process to show the options based on data sources. Data connections, Power BI works with inbuilt of data and modeling of a Power Query process in operations. Okay, so this answer I can show it like, so go here, and here you can see in a connectivity process. When I'm selecting a load option, give some transform data option, right? The same transform data is available here. If we select it, we can go here, and what are the data level performing, it display to operation of process. So yesterday also mentioned, so it's a complete like a Power Query editor, how it's generating, what are the options it has, everything will maintain. Also we can observe the connectivity process, how it is structured in advanced editor level. You can see what is the source level getting information perspective also. So this a bit going as a step back to understand data process and data operations into a Power BI section. So this is we'll see in a regular classes level, but as a understanding of connectivity level, I'm just giving information. The connections, everything will perform inbuilt of data modeling option. It doesn't ask any coding to perform, but it will run its own Power Query process to in operations level. Next, import process. So import process, how it will control it. So after get the data process, it will prepare the visuals and develop the dashboards. Okay. Okay. So what are the connectivity I perform? That's okay. But now I'm going to, develop something onto the dashboards level. So yesterday I mentioned what are the visuals area to build. You have a page one. If you select another page, it will continuously come. So it doesn't change anything. And the look and feel of a Power BI screen and everything is same. Nothing will be changed. Here we have visualization options. Everything is inbuilt. You can get into a one by one option. So roughly I'm selecting only one, selecting of visual. Suppose I want to see, my products wise information, selecting a sales and values. It'll display plain. You can select any bar chart or something to understand the values into particular level. So the mode of visual is up to our choice. We can select n number of visualizations, whichever you want to apply and get it. So I think this is looking a better one. We can understand the circle format to understand what is the, this can call pie chart. This pie chart how it's working and it's giving a percentage of values also. We can do. And also, if you want to see more information, we can develop in this here in this page, or you can go to next page to develop continuous also. There is not any controlling, you should develop only one area to get. So in a page level we can develop, mostly like 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 number of visuals, and another area you can continue to develop. And here suppose if I go and select suppose a category by sales, if I select it here, then I can see only category by sales information, then it display into here. The same way, if I want to see how the sales going into the state wise level, if I select a state wise level, I can see in a geographical picture to easy of understanding. But I want to filter off, selecting of level and some what is the region level it's working. Select a region, filter so all pages. You can select here also you can see, and go to next page level. You can also see here. So this is the common interaction for all the kind of interactions. So this is the way we can understand how the data process is completely processed. What the data process is completely work and how it's built, report into process. So report building process is not that much tough into Power BI. It's a very easy and process it. Sorry to disturb you all. So could you please mute yourself? We are getting some disturbance. So this is a live oriented process. In time visualization will be present into the Power BI. So this is the area of to understand a result set. So but if my main agenda of process it, the concept of importing level if you very clear and process it, then a Power BI it do itself as a no coding process to build interactive reports. So completely that is the reason Power BI is a success secret. To hear me okay? So this is the way we can observe a data process into the here. Any questions from anyone? Okay. So what are the data types of it? So the main data types of Power type base section level, you can go to your data level. What kind of data you connected? See, this is the number, the this is the kind of the combination of text and something. This is the combination of letters and number, and this is the date. These are something. This is a customer name. Nothing but some text values. So like this, if you go and see something like a sales numerical values with a mathematical format. So this all we can say a data information which has some information, any kind of a data array automatically Power. So suppose if you kind of data will give like so in a data okay, he can see product name. What is the type? So data type is already selected as a text. So this is is a pre-built object. It's a text. Suppose if I select a sales, this is a decimal number. It's saying yes, it has decimals of 0.88. And if you select some other like postal code, so this is the whole number. This is the postal code. That's nothing but no decimal. If I select all values. Suppose if I go to select a date, it's saying it. So like this, every information has its own data type process to maintain, giving understanding process. What is this background? So this is the pre steps to automatically done by Power BI. The data types we have whole number, decimal, fixed value, and date and text value kind of process. So these are all commonly maintained to here. Suppose if you want to try to build the data, suppose if you are trying to say customer name, so what's the customer name? The customer name is nothing but a complete a name values, right? So you can have to text the values, like what a typing of values of what, suppose okay, suppose a Naresh, okay, nothing but you don't enter like 1234. So 1234 is a customer name. So you should give something information is a data process and nothing but a naming value. So this is the reason. So this is the value. This is that is the reason for once you connect it is for this and this is for to say these are the data there. So and also it will give other formats to data to understand and proceed to the what are the data level it has. So it's a complete page process. It will pack elements of data level, will give completely of information into the selective model. Then you can go to data array, you can start your building of it. Okay. So Power BI has multiple types data types for our data settings. Okay, what are those? Text it has, and date and time, number with decimal format, number with whole format, and other format like a binary, fixed number, some other formats are there, but that is not regularly we use. So these are all regular kind of things. Suppose if you see any information, suppose if you see your PAN card, name will be there, father name will be there, date of birth, date format, ID number, okay, PAN card number or other number. It's a completely whole of the number. What's your salary? Salary is like about 28,550 rupees and 22 rupees. Suppose if you want to go some some milk packet into the big bazaar, they'll say like 29 rupees point 30 paisa. 30 paisa is what? The decimal value. So these are completely of data you can see in everywhere. You can go and find the data types and accordingly. So what are the data it's loaded and what is the type of format it's maintained? Power BI itself maintained into the each column section level. If you select, it will give a knowledge into I am doing like this. So this is the format settings level to understand. Next, Power BI products and usage format. So Power BI product Power BI in other software are available. Multiple things. So Power BI has a multi. So Power BI related has Power BI has a information products and micro. Okay, what developed by those. So we have desktop, Power BI desktop. We have premium, we have pro version also available, and we have server, we have services, we have embedded, and we have mobile. See diagrammatically. I'll draw some. Okay. Okay. So what are those with lecture process? How it will work? And the first one is all the initial part is Power BI desktop. Desktop for any kind of. Okay. So what we can do? We'll connect the data. So what kind of any data? So giving some we can do data. Okay, we'll do data connection. Data one. Red. Two. We data or a data three. Whatever it is. Next. From here to here, after developing our work, it will go to process of what server has to maintain for secure those information into some particular company. So it will go to some other. So this is can called research. This company can say so users or services level user interface to watch or to observe to present what are the report, what are the dashboards. Developer is already completed. Okay, so what are the Facebook, right? To go to our friends or community. The same way we'll try to display in server. Once you've done your work, we'll deliver our services. Server nothing but a company is to maintain. Services nothing but Microsoft maintain. We'll have to pay them, just maintain. Next. So here other two levels. One is if you want to do a mobile watch, the want to mobile phone, same things, either server or services. You can use for any kind of gadget. So now people are using a mobile phone. So if if you want to do internet banking or using a mobile app, you can do, or open a laptop and do the browser. The same way how the technology is going, like a devices model, it has a mobile phone option too. If you is ready to input for their like a Java applications or some give you some other coding embed process. So embedded with the web designers, they can do it. So a kind of a UI company website information, they can do it by web designers. So this is organized as so I have products. If the company has maintain a TCS, L&T, like a bigger company, don't go with the free services, right? They have money, they will buy the softwares. So what kind of supportive they'll do? So they'll take a supportive from a two levels. They see more and if companies are ready to do premium, they give a license to the persons develop premium high level. So premium, okay. So nothing but pro level. So this is the chart. Finally, Power BI data premium development. But whatever it is, we have has to simply observation. They can so I will account for some okay. I have some Apple service up to some 20 GB of storage. Or like some I need some more MGB. If I so they'll option I charge them. Okay, that 10 premium service. That is nothing. Just pay and getting is other. Increase connecting some other memory, increase activity only for this line and maintain. Also, I doubt. So so go to a web into available here. You can see working bit slow. So this level is a Power BI production in control by company to company level. See in a product list, this everything you can select products in a products level. You can understand enough information into how to maintaining a structure or website level itself. And it also such way to use ways services. So go with the services level of process. Any question from anyone? Okay, today we observe data importing and objective levels, types of database, services levels, data settings, summarized level. So data, what is the server level, services level, Power BI, how it is structured by Power BI. See, this level information is maintained by Power. You can see desktop, pro, premium, mobile, embedded, report server. These are all for not a free. If you are free, only organization have to pay the amount. So if you cannot pay, you need to pay because the organization has a huge information, huge can this one conscience. So it's a repeat this and jumping in we prepared it. So questions how this course, how to maintain. People has what's the learning expert of learning and after what is we have time work from ourselves after what we'll do will so those are of question and answers we reports made it for you, so please be there and please so who is eligible of to and who background here the students, okay, completed of background, additional graduates or any kind of eligible. It's a tool. It's not a with. This is a language free level to what they develop. They might to get into what they want to develop and how we can present it. This tool to work and grow your career. Software. Next are easier yourself in it. So freshers also eligible and develop with all person to work themselves. All has a chances due to many options are there into. You see a lot of news outside countries. So really into that area because of doesn't have much information to just into the just follow a news, just follow a Google or whatever you to develop. You can see everything is maintained by and common background level the power of our most of people are information right companies they will work but they are not in proper their financial so those are also happy to into careers just trust Microsoft company how working with IT if the Microsoft no other software will be available so Microsoft is at that close much IT power to control IT infrastructure. So candidates, are available is suppose M and we to suit for yes they happy to suit but you can to fill it less than 5 years if you have something to gap if you have any past so you can happy to put your 5 years the coaching of training is helpful to for all members to maintenance for and for help for maintain your gap and support you can do into Power BI gap with five and who other areas that areas like who are like MSc or teacher sorry non-IT process those also can teaching field join and continue the sector process there is not a zone these people can come
Hello,
this is not
sir.
a Java tool
So your voice is breaking, so it is
this is
not
open-ended
clearly audible.
area to express or something to develop these are software so what is the technical prerequisite is a learning is required so this is a combined Power BI it the part background doesn't need any coding process if you have to observe last 10 years I developed a source and very basic information into background executed one by one also I connect I'm giving you information also whenever if you observe the whole process doesn't have any coding structures to follow it as it like you can drive a because it's like a driving a bike easily just switch on the button you can start you can drive yourself in a road so smooth driving process that's you can see into here I think it's outlook OS here also so available you just my is control yourself and you can continue to process it your voice is breaking no madam I'm clear could have some issues on yours Please rejoin. Maybe you have website. So the any technical background person is so coming to the other basics required. People can say mostly Java, some that is just for learning of okay. So that okay, those areas level info areas we have to go like a web software information. This is a software inbuilt of model. It has many of yours company requirement process to create no option, just utilize it. So no Java, nothing is required in installation Java, but only configuring. So IT, Java is one part in IT. I don't think IT nothing Java can run. So, but not all the part of IT is Java. So, so just ignore the Java. This is not a context. Opportunities in next. Other, generally has a good scope, especially good smarter job opportunities in the market. Small scale to larger scale companies. See, it has a good application development. You level like if you want to go to Canada or you follow US or somewhere also. It has many opportunities because it's a Microsoft product, right? Worldwide companies model. It has opportunity has an on-site model also. So how long will be there in a market? So generally every software has to run 15 to 20 years in the market. So I can say next 15 years, like a of 10 to Power BI. So it's best year to 15 years. And it will be there MS of office will there market in there from very long. If you now you see it will be there, you see Skype everything is into Microsoft and it run rates every patches every software has updates to go smooth every upgrade smoothly. It doesn't stop a software process to work. So it has minimum every uh, upgrade themselves as a person has to update as every 5 years 6 years. Even I am also learner, then I'm doing myself my job from early years, but even I have to see job better. So I'm doing a good career in future. I have to go and learn few other things into other areas also. Oh, is it? I will see connectivities levels. Network also good, not bad. From go to meeting level. So to be a certification process, okay. If you have to learn a subject, so a job position is easy to get into part. So this way personally you can do it. So personally to crack it after this closed, available. So it's a type it has 100 and another one is 778 x. We have the two. So in not required. If you got after getting a job, if you want to show your I'm talents, I'm a good person, you can try to develop the certification process, level, if you go to abroad level, then showing of certificate, yeah, people can see, he's a certified person. So in this complete of period, if you want to write a DSL, which one purple means 7, DA 100, you'll need a 2.5 to a short level of process is 1.5 minimum practice of process. And if you do month level, 778 will help to visual. So this is to go with a good practice. Immediately you must 5 to 6 months how to prepare. The same, so at least every exam has to learn and practice, and sometimes to practice more then go to certification. So it's not to say failure should be in a pass. Effort, everything. Okay, that's the reason. Take a good practice, then go for it. So what is the duration of the course? So duration of the course is wrongly entered. So duration of the course is 1.5 months, like a 45 days course of training. So in this, we will go it will go and take any class. So we can of a 20 see a day. So this is the process. So my name is Ajay. Completely so each and theoretical, practical personality model, and daily cover it in like a daily nothing, but I'll give a notes and topic wise to discuss. And questions, I'll maintain it. It is the classes lately not going to in a parallel process to Fridays trainings parallel and process it will give a proper process in the development area. After the class completion, I'll give immediately video link. People will share you to your Gmail, WhatsApp, or also this part I'll be placing to drive level. Is a note, say notes. Second level, we can try to diagram with know your note and class video notes automatic video and everything. Drop. So you can see seeing a video in repeatedly video and listen anything one option by using every option you can write back video. So you can take a video. This is a good so good option. At least you're coming in online to historic free practice and I'll every weekly I'll to get a task practice of process every practical process so weekly level. So by Friday I'll give a task. I'll give you should complete by weekend. Should complete that. Friday I'll give a corrections and should submit. So I'll so into a beginning. So like just completing of course level task practice and hand out to the we to get so you have to take 2 week model. So I have some assistance from your practice. I will training part. So no anything. So I'm not any issue because of I am there into group. All students you can connect with me or you can mention a group also fine. Very transparent. We'll first very will work for to let what to if you want to understand if you need question connect and give or something of that. But in hiddening process will go. So the students with the same practice in a good manner of communicating us expecting into the other students. So as we